Fix or repair daily. Yan ang isa sa mga bansag na nickname or meaning ng acronym ng Ford. F-O-R-D. Dahil sa mga reklamo tungkol sa mga quality issues nito sa social media. Despite sa kanilang macho looks, prevalent pa rin yung mga hashtag na yan. Pero spoiler alert, and I may be getting ahead of myself, it's not really a big deal. What we have here as a proof is the Ford Everest Titanium 4x4. Ang isa sa mga pinakamacho, if not pinakamacho looking, among sa mid-size SUV na meron ang bansa natin. Ito ang top of the line Everest variant in our country's lineup, and dito sa video na to, tignan natin kung ano nga ba ang features nitong sasakyan na to na mag-set apart sa kanya among the other leading and more popular mid-size 7-seater diesel SUVs based on a pickup truck platform. By the way, ang tawag ng Ford dito sa kulay na to is Equinox Bronze, which I initially thought brown kasi well, mukha siyang brown. Hindi ko makita kung paano to naging bronze, but either way, this is an awesome color in my opinion. And if you're interested to know more, continue watching this video. Before I go on, kung mahilig ka sa Philippine car news and reviews, I would appreciate it if you can consider giving a like on this video and subscribing to the channel. I post one video a week sharing my thoughts and opinions regarding Philippine cars. Maliit na bagay yan para sa inyo pero napakalaking tulong yan para lumago ang channel na to so that I may also know the interests of the Filipino consumer. Up front, napaka-macho naman talaga ng design ng kanyang grills na may chrome trimmings which I would like to be removed and replaced by a matte black finish or something else para ma-emphasize ang kanyang ruggedness. Yung kanyang mga ilaw are LEDs, of course, this is a top of the line variant after all. Also, yung kanyang headlights is called by Ford as matrix headlamps or in short, adaptive headlights na kayang ibaba or itaas automatically ng kanyang system para makaiwas masilaw ang makasalubong mo sa daan. Which makes sense to me now kasi kahit nag-drive ako ng sedan na mababa, hindi ko ever ma-recall na nasilaw ako ng Ford Everest na may kataasan ng headlights compared to my position. Dahil ito ay merong advanced driver assist aids, more on that later, meron tong front camera and front sensors as features to maintain the vehicle safety. Not just for its occupants, pero pati na rin other vehicles and people we are sharing the road with. With those sensors and camera, pupasok ang kanyang autonomous braking feature. Powering this sizable vehicle is a 2.0 bi-turbo diesel engine mated to a 10-speed traditional automatic transmission, which by the numbers medyo maliit compared to other diesel engines. Pero dahil bi-turbo ito, which is parang a 2-step turbo for forced induction, its bi-turbo will compensate its lack of size, which in theory will give you adequate power and lesser emissions. Well, compared to other diesel engines. It's not the most powerful in its class, but I would say na it's enough. On the sides, I really am not a fan of chromes, so calling it out na the chrome side mirrors and chrome strips on the side of the windows. But once you get past that, for sure you will appreciate its 20-inch alloy wheels na may disc brake on all 4 wheels. It's stepboard para mas madali ang pagsakay at pagbaba, which is very important for our elderly and passengers na hindi masyado nabiyayaan ng height because of its 227mm of ground clearance. Looking closer, meron tong cameras on the side mirrors for the 360-degree view, but ang hindi mo makita dito is its 800mm of fading depth, which is really something kung gusto mo tong isulong sa mga ilog or baha. On its rear profile, smoked ang kanyang tail lamps, which is the reason kung bakit astig tinan ang kanyang mga ilaw dito sa likod. And yes, chrome bits ang word Everest dito sa likod, not like yung mga nakita nating mga umiilaw na words sa kalsada. Which really guys, stop doing that. Nakasilaw kasi yan for others and unnecessary lights yan na hindi naman nakatulong sa inyong visibility. Mas abala at perwisyo pa yan sa iba. Anyway, similar sa harap, meron din tong rear camera and rear sensors para matulungan ng driver when backing down. Again, this is another feature na nagiging mainstream na nowadays, which is really a good thing for everybody's safety if you ask me. Opening the rear, Of course may power tailgate to, top of the line variant Even with the third row in use, usable pa rin ang kanyang space dito sa likod. Kasya pa ang maleta dyan na ginagamit for international flights. Underneath its board is a space for your tools and kung anuman ang mga anik-anik na gusto nyong ilagay sa sasakyan na to, like tire inflator, early warning device, or mga extra na damit for emergency purposes. Kung kailangan pa ng extra space, power folding din ang mga rear seats neto, which is similar to its 4x2 variant na will give you more space to load more stuff like balikbayan boxes, a mini fridge, or even a window type aircon kung bibili ka sa mall. Similar sa other SUVs, may kataasan ang loading floor neto, or I think mas mataas pa nga siya compared to others. But that's okay I guess. Kung mabigat kasi ang gamit na ilo-load mo dito sa trunk, I think 2 people should really be doing it naman talaga. Else, if you're loading groceries na hindi naman ganon kabigat, it should be okay. This is a 3-row mid-size SUV, so of course, may third row to na I really won't want to use kasi it's not a comfortable place for adults. For young kids or really small petite adults, it's okay I guess, pero again, not the best place to be. At the very least, meron tong aircon vents at top to cool whoever will be the passengers sitting here in our very hot Philippine summer days. But again, similar to other vehicles with 3 rows, not the place to be in this vehicle. For the second row naman, of course meron din tong aircon vents and separate aircon controls para bahala na yung second row passengers magsettle ng kanilang temperature and fan speed settings. For other amenities, meron tong 2 USB charging ports, one Type A and another Type C. So both old and new cables will be usable pa rin, which is a nice feature para naman magamit pa rin natin yung mga lumang cables natin. There is also a 12-volt power outlet which I use for the tire inflator, pero for camping trips, this will be very handy to power whatever appliance or gadget na dala nyo for the outdoors. One thing lang dito which needs some attention to its prospective buyers is its center tunnel. This is a 4x4 variant, so unfortunately, may kataasan yan, so the middle passenger will not have the best seat. So similar to the third row seats, children are the best passengers in this middle seat. Now, entering the front seats, we see na electronically adjustable ang mga upuan dito. And yes, of course, may lumbar support na rin. If you know, you know. Good leather seats, easy to clean, not the most premium that you can find, but this will do sa totoo lang. Combination of black plastic materials on some areas which is okay, it looks premium, but this is still a rugged vehicle after all. For its tech amenities, may full digital instrument gauge cluster na to which is a sign na future-proof tong sasakyan na to. Analog displays are okay pa rin naman, pero with the advancements in technology, reliable and tried and tested na ang mga electronics ngayon. Speaking of technology, of course, meron tong napakalaking 12.3-inch iPad-looking infotainment screen with wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. Yes, both wireless, and yes, may wireless charging pad na rin to. It has electronic parking brakes. I'm just not 100% sure if may auto hold na to, cup holders in the middle, some more controls for the infotainment screen for audio, sunglasses holder at the top, and of course, a traditional looking shifter and physical aircon controls, which is a great sight to see in a tech-packed vehicle like this. For the 4x4 system, of course, andyan ang knob for the settings. This has rear locking differentials, which is relevant for people who knows how important this feature is. But, unfortunately, nakalubog siya sa isa sa mga screens in the infotainment screen, which I guess is not the best thing kasi kailangan mo pa siyang hanapin in the menu, unlike if may physical switch or knob like the old ways of doing things. But I guess it is what it is. Other features that are expected to see in this kind of vehicles are its adaptive cruise control for long drives, blind spot monitoring for city driving, speed sensing door locks para sa makalimutin mag-lock ng pinto, 360-degree camera for maneuvering a vehicle of this size, dual zone aircon controls, and syempre, a complete set of airbags for all of its occupants. Currently priced at 2,565,000 Philippine peso, it's in the middle of the pack in terms of pricing compared to its other top-of-the-line 7-seater mid-SUVs that we have. So I guess it's a good thing considering this is a vehicle with tech-packed features that Ford is really known for. Another sad thing that Ford is known for lang is its social media acronym, which is fix or repair daily na nabanggit ko na kanina. To that I say, meron tong 5 years or 150,000 kilometers whichever comes first of warranty to prove doubters and haters wrong. And binibigyan ng mahabang warranty ng Ford ang buyers nito to prove that stigma wrong. I guess, dito papasok yung usual saying na it's not always the vehicle, it's oftentimes the driver and how they use their vehicle. Kasi after all, kung inaalagaan natin ang mga sakyan natin, aalagaan din nila tayo. That's it for this video. Kung may gusto kayong idagdag, put them in the comment section down below. So this is Kai, your driver but not so sweet lover na nagsabing, keep calm, drive safe, and stay awesome.